Dice Freak here from the channel Frost and Fist, and I want to welcome you to this video. So today I want to showcase my Imperial Knight, the very first one that I have ever done, that I've ever assembled and painted. I can tell you that I did it with a lot of hesitation. Okay, I was not really sure if I wanted to do that. I hesitated for so long to assemble it, let alone paint it, and because I wasn't sure if I would do it justice. It's a larger model. Those of you that are in the hobby know that the larger the model, the more it will show your imperfections. And being self-conscious as I am, I kind of wasn't ready to put myself out there just yet. But of course, you don't plan well, then you pretty much plan to fail. You go nowhere. So I decided to move past my fears and my comfort zone, and decided I was going to go for it. So the first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to research as to how I wanted to paint it. First of all, what house did I want to represent? Of course, me being an Imperial Fist player predominantly, of course I wanted something that, a house that best allied itself to the Imperial Fist at the time, and of course it was House Hawkshroud. I was really impressed with their fluff. I loved their colors, the color schemes. They look really royal. Just the gorgeous models that I've seen online as well. And just the black and the yellow with the royal emblems on it. It's just a beautiful. Anyway, that's what I wanted to put together and model. But again, it was mustering up the courage to be able to say, I'm going to put this together and I'm going to paint it. Wasn't sure, again, if I really wanted to do that. So regardless, I studied some ideas. There's a lot of Hawkshroud pictures online, a lot of knights online, and a lot of good ideas, a lot of not so good ideas. So I decided on a particular style that I wanted, and of course I was going to add to my own, add a little extras here and there where I felt it, because it's mine, right? I don't want to emulate, I don't want to copy something, but I definitely wanted to get good ideas from somebody else, and that's typically artistry, right? You kind of gain ideas from another artist and you implement that along with your ideas, your interpretations. Anyway, so that's kind of what I've done with this one, and I think it turned out, in my mind, my eyes, you may think differently, and if you do, go easy on me, but I think it came out better really than I expected personally. Really proud. You can tell I'm very proud of this model, because like I said, I was very scared. I'll admit it. I was afraid to do it. I was afraid to put it together, and worst of all, I was afraid to put the base together. I wasn't sure what kind of base, but anyway, let me start off with what I've done with the model. So again, House Hawkshroud, the yellow and the black, and of course there's so many different variations of the different patterns of the armor, especially the external armor, the carapace on the outside, and then of course how the shin guards are painted and all that. Some are half black, half yellow. Some are all yellow and different. So anyway, I found one with a good balance that I like, and I went from there. The chassis underneath, I went ahead and I just painted it. Actually, I did a zenithal effect, and I've never seen it done before. It's very subtle, but I think it turns out pretty cool if the light hits it right, and if somebody's actually seeing it. Again, probably nobody will see it except for me. It's just, I'm the kind of guy that will actually paint the interior of a rhino. I'm that guy. Yeah, you're that guy. Yeah, I'm that guy. So the interior armor, or the chassis, if you will, I painted it a base, almost like a lead belchery look. And I painted a darker from underneath up. from the bottom up to give it that shading. So if you turn it around, you can actually see it looks darker, like it's shadowy. But I painted a highlight of a chrome paint, the Vallejo chrome actually, and went top down with that to make it look like, oh wow, well, that's light hitting it besides real light. Anyway, so that's my personal touch. That's what I want to do. And then I went back with the weapons that I magnetized. By the way, big thank you to Richard at The Nerd Life, who kind of gave me the tips on the best way to magnetize these weapons. Of course, I've got the what do you call it? The rapid fire battle cannon and the I keep forgetting the names because I played it. The Reaper chainsword, right? So the rapid fire battle cannon, right? I went and painted it black, and then I went back with just a dry brush metallic, and I gave it a nice heat effect to make it look like, oh, this thing's been fired a lot. And the chainsword itself, again, it looks like it has some weathering a little bit. It's just been around, and anyway, you'll see it in the pictures, and I hope my words right now I don't think will do them justice. Now, as far as the mechanical portion behind the weapons, I painted completely black, and I did a dry brush of a light metallic. Like you can, matter of fact, I used lead belcher for that, and I think it turned out, I think it came out pretty well. The trim around the model itself, the light metallic trim, that I painted with the Vallejo chrome, which is just a beautiful, beautiful color. And here's the thing, these colors, let me see if I can find it here. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. This guy right here, reflection, sorry. So this guy right here, all right? If you guys haven't used it, you need to try it. This bad boy goes on so smoothly, so easily. You almost don't even need to base coat it, but I do. It's always a good idea. Black coat or undercoat it, black, and then you go back with it. Anyway, it goes on very, very smoothly. You rarely ever have to do multiple coats, and it goes on very, very well. So finally, I went ahead and I started spraying the carapace, the top part, the canopy, or whatever you want to call it, and then the shoulder pads. I decided, of course, that your traditional Hawkshroud Knight will have half yellow, half black on one, and the other one will be a black and white. So I went in and then did the decals. Actually, I enjoyed doing the decals. Typically, I hate doing decals because they're just so, especially on a smaller model. But again, because it was a larger model, it's easy to work on. So put it together. Well, finally I had the whole thing assembled, and then, I was like, I'm done. No. I had the base to do. Again, fear crept up on me, and I wasn't sure if I really wanted to do it. I was like, can we just call it done? My friend would never let me down or live it up. Can I English? My friends would not leave me be or whatever. What's wrong with me? Anyway, so they would definitely goof on me if I didn't put a base together. Anyway, and I wouldn't be able to play it, right? You can't just play that. You can't play a model without a base. Anyway. So I went ahead and I wanted to decide on what type of base did I want. Did I want a Terrainus? I like Terrainus. Did I want a terrain type of base? Did I want, well, they're all terrain. What am I talking about? Anyway, did I want something industrial? Did I want some kind of geological? Did I want something, mechanical? There were so many different things that I decided on this. So I saw a couple of patterns for my 3D printer, not mine specifically, but for a 3D printer, and I'm like, oh wow, a industrial pipe coming out of the ground next to some geological rubble, you know, like mountainous area. And I think that would be a great, I think that would be good. I think it would be a good representation, you know. Like this pipe, this huge pipe, rusty thing somehow was an objective and he was guarding it, you know, something really cool like that. So anyway, I went for it. So I went and printed the pipe, sanded it down a little bit, you know, just kind of smoothed out there. It's just 3D printing, it'll have like, even though it's as clean, as smooth as you can, stuff like this, you'll see little very minor ridges. This was, the printer prints pretty smooth, but still, you still have a little bit of it. Sanded it down a little bit, and I went to work on the paint. Gave it this dark, very worn, you can see it's old. Has a lot of wear, a lot of rust. Now, those of you who don't know me, I don't carry every bottle of paint imaginable. So of course I did not have the right rust color. I was like, man, I don't have rust. I don't have a bottle of rust. So I started mixing. Yeah, I started mixing. I think you'll probably laugh, but those of you that do mix colors understand what I'm talking about. If you don't have it, you're going to make it happen. So this was my. This is what this was my formula here, guys. Let me pull it out here. Yeah. So not gorgeous gold. I'm sorry. Where is my? Okay. Beastie Brown from Vallejo Game Air. A little bit of hot orange, Vallejo Game Air. A couple drops of scarlet red. And just to darken it up a little bit, to give it that tobacco look, right? That orange tobacco. This is different. Game color. Don't judge me. Anyway, mixed the two in the right proportions, and it really gave me the beautiful, rusty, tobacco-ish, worn look. I was like, oh God, this is it. This is what I wanted. Anyway, got excited. Painted it, looked great. So, I started building the terrain around it, and base coated it, put some rocks, some sand, put the model on top of it, man, and I think it looks fantastic. I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm happy how it turned out. Could I have done better? Absolutely. You know, and of course, as artists, we are our own worst critics. And of course, you know, every time I look at it, I'm thinking, oh man, I could have done something a little different. I could have added something, or I should have done something else. You know. Anyway, it's just little things like that. And again, you guys are going to be critical. I get it. You know, that's what we do. We look at it, we criticize it. You know, we say, okay, well, we could have done something different. We could have, you know, probably would have done this, or we would have done something else. But again, that's the whole thing about sharing our work, is that we get to share the work. We receive the good with the bad, you know, and learn from that. So that's kind of what this is about, right? Anyway, so really excited how it came out. Enough of me blabbering, guys. Take a look at the video and the following pics. If you like this video, you like this showcase, Mythos, my wolf brother, and I would love to have you guys as part of the pack. Hit that subscribe button. If you're not part of it yet, we'd love to have you on board. And hit the like button as well. Come on, you like it, you like it. And of course, those are guys that do, oh, this is crap. Go ahead, hit the dislike, whatever. Just do something. And guys, if you like the material, then please hit the bell button. The little bell, the little cute little belly thingy, and it'll tell you that, hey, we got more videos coming up. And yes, we got a lot more videos coming at you guys. We're so excited about the future of the Frost and Fist this year. Anyway, guys, here is the showcase. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good one.